Next news is out of the United States. A reporter is dragged away after confronting a televangelist. Why do you need a $54 million jet? An Inside Edition report is getting a lot of attention after it focused on the luxurious lifestyles of prominent Christian televangelists Jesse Duplantis and Kenneth Copeland, who, according to the report, drive fancy cars and live inside a lavish mansion. And they fly some of the best private jets money can buy. Inside Edition Chief Investigative Correspondent Lisa Guerrero attempted to question Duplantis about his need for a jet, but she was quickly grabbed and pulled away by security. She was accosted by these security officials and whisked away.
Is there a clip for this? Can we show that or no? We might get a copyright strike, so maybe I wouldn't. Oh, yeah. There is a clip for it.
There is a clip.
Should I show it?
Yeah, show it.
Maybe if I show it without audio, we wouldn't get copyright strike. What do you think? Let's show it.
Okay.
We would. Okay. So this is fair use, YouTube. Okay. We're just reviewing it. So please don't strike us. How do I show the entire screen? Let me see. There we go. I'm just gonna show it without audio. Describe it to the people. No, I'm going to show it with audio, sorry. Because the podcast people then wouldn't be here. Hold on. Ooh, this is intense.
I'd like to know why you need a keep your hands off me. Why are your people touching me like...
Wait, let's go a little bit back. Sorry, guys. Shouldn't have done that. Now YouTube is...
Book signing. Why do you need a $54 million private jet?
We're not doing any kind of interviews right now. I'm in a book.
I'd just like to know why you need a keep your hands off me. Why are your people touching me like this?
Because you need to...
Let go of me.
Oof.
The next day, back on the pulpit.
All right. Okay, that was enough. Because if I show any more, I might get a copyright strike. Okay. I mean, if they touch her like that, she should press charges. If they manhandled her like that, right?
Oh, I hope she does.
Yeah, I mean, if they have enough money for a $54 million jet, then she should, go. They have enough money to pay her for treating her like this. I mean, this looks extremely bad. Like, so she was trying to embarrass them for buying a $54 million jet, and they thought, oh, here's a good idea. Let's just forcibly remove her from here. That's not going to look bad. I mean, that looks even worse than buying a $54 million jet, doesn't it?
It does.
Right.
It does.
Yeah.
But I'm happy people are asking these questions because where I live, I live really close to where Joel Osteen's church is. So, it's so huge. And it's just the biggest, massive, one of these mega churches ever. And so, we saw their nasty, disgusting behavior back when Hurricane Harvey, and there were thousands of people out of a home. Thousands of people needed a place to go. And while we had a guy named Mattress Mac opening up his warehouses to take people in, when Joel Osteen was asked, can people from Houston come stay in your church for a night and so we can figure out what to do? He says, no, we're not going to take them in. So we see these people, they take everyone's money. They get 10% of people's yearly salaries and tithes. Where's this money really going? What are they really doing with it? When we see other megachurch people living in these huge mansions and they have these Rolls Royces and private jets, how are people not wondering what's going on here?
Right. Who is she? Because that was a very brave thing to do. I mean, I admire her. Like, we want to encourage more of that. Of what this reporter is doing. So, who is she? Like, can people go start following her and congratulating her for doing some good reporting?
Lisa Guerrero. She's with Inside Edition. Anyone who I don't know if they still have a show because I haven't had cable in 7 years. But Inside Edition used to actually have their own TV reportive show that went on, and. Yeah. So, I mean, absolutely, Lisa Guerrero with Inside Edition, if anyone wants to follow her.
Yeah. What? What should we... Yeah, maybe we should post the video directly as well on Atheist Republic, because we want the video to get more views directly, so that they get encouraged to do this more. But okay, so if you were, what would be a good excuse if you were like a church that is $54 million? Gee, like, wow. Like
for one jet. That's just for the jet.
For just a jet. Like it means that they have so much money, they don't know how. Like they're struggling on what to do with all this money. That they're like, damn it, how do we spend all this money? $54 million. Like they're not even trying to. The people that follow these churches, they probably like this. Like they don't see this as them being hypocrites. They want their pastors to be rich because they think they must be on God's side if they're this successful, right? Like I know some Christians want their pastor don't like that, but there are a lot of people that see that as they must be on God's side, right? If they see them being so successful in life, like God must be showing them a favor of this. But if you were one of these preachers, how would you, like, if you were trying to come up with an excuse, what would you say? Why do you need a private jet?
To do God's work. You know, you don't want to, I don't know, I'm lost. I would try to keep my answers short as to not talk myself out of things, but what other excuse could you give?
I'm just trying to see if I could be a good bullshit artist or not. But I would say that the more time I'm not in lines and on the airport and waiting for my next flight, the more I'm talking to God's children, the more I'm sharing the good news, right? So when I'm trying to go from one place to another place and talk to people and bring the good news to people, every single minute that I'm in the airport, that's one other person that I could have reached that I didn't.
See, and if people wanted to believe you, they would believe you. But what I'd come back to you and say, you're exposed to way more people in the airport and in a plane. Once you have them in a plane, they can't ignore you. You're reaching tons more people.
Okay, then I will say to you, no, I can't, because that would be a place where they don't want to be bothered. I want people to come to a place where they know this is a place of worship. When I'm talking to people on an airport, on a plane, that's not a right place. I'm not invited there to preach. I want people to come to me where they know this is a place where I preach, right? So that would be harassment. That's why I wouldn't do it in an airport. See, I
look at you. You're good.
Yeah.
You just found your retirement plan.
Right. They should have this guy should have given me $1 million instead of having these people drag this poor woman away. I would have given him that answer, and as a PR director, and he would have been. It would be a lot better for their image. See, they should have hired me instead. Okay, Chester is saying these charlatans would never exist if there weren't so many stupid people giving them money. Go interview those idiots. Also, I want to know why. Well, those idiots that are giving them money, I don't want people to hate them. I consider them the victims. So yeah, people are stupid, but they don't deserve to be losing this much money because of their stupidity, right? I don't think that's fair. I think I consider them victims of this disease. Jack is saying, I can't remember who said it, but one excuse was genuinely to be closer to God, as in heaven is apparently up there. Jesus, these people have that much money and they can't come up with better excuses? See, my excuse was a lot better than that.
It was.
I mean, if they have this much money, they should hire me. Danny is saying to be closer to God. Danny is saying the same thing as Jack is saying. Okay. Now, honestly, maybe they should spend some money on some people coming up with better bullshit answers than
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Rather than getting sued for accosting poor reporters.
Yeah, I mean, this video is going to be used forever now. As an example.
Atheists are under attack in many places. If they were Christians, their voices would be heard. If they were Jews, their voices would be heard. If they were Muslims, their voices would be heard. But they're atheists, and not many seem to be listening. Let's make it difficult for them to ignore us. We have built a global community, and now we are tearing down geographic, cultural, and language barriers so we can find each other and support each other. In the last decade, we have built the largest atheist community in the world. Now we're doing the same in other languages. With your help, we have started Atheist Republic in Persian and Arabic.
انضميت مؤخرا لأسرة Atheist Republic وحيصير عندي بودكاست باللغة العربية.
As we grow, we can dedicate more time, staff, and resources to start doing the same in Spanish, Portuguese, Malay, Bengali, Urdu, Hindi, and other languages. We are providing community, support, informative content, and amplifying the voices of those who need protection, especially in countries where people feel isolated simply for their lack of belief. We want to be there for them, and we are only getting started. Help us get there. Check in the description for ways you can support our projects.